back to my channel and welcome to another episode of 7 iPhone apps that I guess the series is just called 7 iPhone apps. So if you guys are new here, be sure to subscribe down below and click the bell so that you're notified every single time I post a video. This series is where I go through my top favorite 7 apps for something. So if you guys have any suggestions as to what other iPhone app videos you'd like to see, simply comment them down below and I always listen to your guys' recommendations. So in today's video, we are doing my top 7 favorite apps for Instagram editing. These are apps that I use to edit Instagram photos and also apps that I don't necessarily use every day, but that I think you guys will benefit the most from. But the bottom line is I'm gonna show you guys all the best apps for editing Instagram photos. If you guys wanna see the last iPhone apps videos I've made, I will link a playlist down below. Go ahead and binge them if you're bored and binge the rest of my videos while you're at it. Also, obviously, shameless self-promo. If you guys wanna check out my Instagram and my feed that I feel like is very awesome, then go ahead and follow me on Instagram at Adrienne Finch. I like a ton of your guys' photos. I follow you back, so go follow me there and let's chat. Without further ado, let's get into it. So the first app I'm going to talk about is VSCO Cam, or VSCO Cam. This is not only my favorite Instagram photo editing app, but it's also the one I always use first. This app is my favorite because it has so many awesome filters to choose from. You can buy some that are very, very cheap, but it also comes with a lot for free. You guys are probably pretty familiar with this app, so I won't spend too much time on it, but I will show you what I do to my photos on this app. So as you can see, there are so many different filters they have. They have all sorts of different series, black and white, all these different packs. I have bought pretty much all of them because I'm just obsessed with Instagram. That one looks really good. So sometimes I just go through and I see which one looks best for the particular photo that I'm editing. I find that when I want to have a theme and I want everything to go together, using the same filter really, really helps. So lately I've been using the HB2 filter. This has been an original favorite of mine for a really, really long time, especially in the fall time. So once I click on the filter, I basically just drag it along. You can kind of do whatever you want with it. I like to keep mine pretty intense. What's also nice about VSCO is that you can actually go in and edit all the other parts of the photos, like the exposure, the contrast, things like that. You can straighten. I like to sharpen the photo a lot, and saturation you can turn up a little bit. I like to turn the temperature down just a tad so it's not super orange. And a lot of people lately have been using this grain effect because they just think it looks kind of cool. I think it looks better on like close-up portrait type photos. Like this photo, for example, looks really good with some grain. It just kind of makes it look more artsy. I don't even really know. Overall, that is typically what I do on VSCO Cam. The second app that I'm going to show you guys is Facetune 2. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of Facetune as an app where you can kind of like alter yourself, and a lot of people make their photos very fake and they make their butts look bigger. So yes, you can totally do that on Facetune, but a lot of people overlook the other really amazing features that Facetune has to offer. And I'm not gonna lie, Facetune 2 has so many more features than Facetune 1. You do have to pay, I think, $1 or $2 to download the app, but you guys, it's so worth it. One of my favorite features on Facetune 2 is that you can desaturate just your skin in a photo. So look at this photo, for example. Obviously, the background colors I wanted very bright, so I turned the saturation really high. But then look how orange it made my skin look because I am kind of tanner sometimes, and so it makes my skin very, very orange. So my friend Morgan actually showed me this, but one of the best features that I love about Facetune 2 is if you click on the black and white feature and you just run it all over the part that is orange or too saturated, and then you simply bring it down. So there's the original, and you kind of just bring it down until it gets to like a normal tone. That's all you do. That is my favorite feature on Facetune 2. I love this glow button because if you just kind of put glow around the outside, it can brighten up a photo a lot. It can also make colors a lot brighter, but without totally exposing it too much. Obviously, here's the reshape features. Another really cool thing you can do is actually add a backdrop to a photo. So you can choose from any of these backdrops. So once we picked the backdrop, all I do is run my fingers along it. Then there you go. That's not too shabby, honestly. I mean, it looks kind of funny, but you can do this with so many different types of backgrounds. Like, look, I'm just putting myself on any of these backgrounds are just so cool. Another really cool feature that I like on here is the defocus feature. So as you guys know, people with really high quality cameras, or even like the iPhone 7 Plus or 8 Plus that has that portrait mode, basically what that does is it blurs out the background and really focuses on the subject. So I did this with this photo, and as you can tell, this is the original, and this is when I did the blur focus. Original, blur focus, and I actually added that little light flare at the top as well. And by the way, how I got those light effects is that I clicked on light effects, and they have a bunch of cool like rainbowy effects that you can use, which are kind of cool. Like, kind of looks like there's a rainbow in the sky. You can play with a lot of them, and so I like to use kind of the ones that look like sun flares. The rainbow things are really cool in my opinion. opinion. The next app that I'm gonna talk about is called Afterlight. I do not personally use this app as often as the other ones. I use VSCO and Facetune 2 every single time I edit a photo. But Afterlight is really cool because you can add a lot of cool effects that you can't on other apps. So for example, if this is the photo that I'm using, again, it has all of the basic photo editing effects, which is just really nice to have all in one place. The contrast, brightness, saturation, all that kind of stuff. Grain, because apparently everyone loves grain now. And then when you go to here, we have a bunch of filters, as per usual. But the most important thing in my opinion are these light leaks and these like dusty little filter things. So these kind of give photos like a little vintagey look, which I think is really cool. It doesn't work for every photo, but for some of them it really looks cool. And obviously once you click on one, you don't have to have it be so intense. You can kind of bring it down. So these have similar light leaks to Facetune 2, but they are just different. And you can flip them, you can do whatever you want. So I just think these are kind of neat because it really just adds like a different perspective. I'm sure there's a lot more that you can do with Afterlight that I haven't discovered, but oh, hold on, like this. Oh my god, that's really cool. So if you wanted to do like a cute little graphic design, I don't know, it could be cute to like print these out and put them on your wall or something. Anyway, the next app I'm going to talk about is called Perfect 365. Now this app is pretty much solely for selfies. It is for fixing your makeup or adding makeup to your face if you don't have any on, and it is incredible the technology that is on here. So I'm going to go ahead and take a picture of myself, and here's my face as you can see, and then basically it puts these dots on where all of your features are. So if anything is off, it usually does a pretty good job of estimating like where your eyebrows are, where your lips are, but if anything is ever off, you can adjust them there, which is super nice. Then basically it has all these different makeup looks, like everyday looks, smoky looks, chic looks, and if you click on them, it'll basically just like put the makeup on you, which is so cool. So look at my makeup looks changing like right in front of your eyes. If we go to the smoky looks, they're like a little bit more aggressive, like whoa. So obviously some of them look a little bit more unnatural than others, but for the most part, they're really, really good. Oh my, even that doesn't look that unreal, like it. Okay, but if we just go back to one of these everyday looks, you can also adjust it however you want. So if you click on tools, you can fix your blemishes, you can brighten your skin. If you go to your lips, you can like actually alter your smile, which is crazy. Like look, I'm smiling wider and I'm smiling less. It's a little bit like creepy and unnatural. I don't know, it's just fun to like play with. You can even put lip tattoos on. I like it. You can change your eyelashes. Woo! Oh my god, you guys. You can change your eyebrows. Wow! So it actually does a pretty good job of like getting rid of my stray eyebrow hairs. I'm acting like this is the first time I've used this. I definitely have used this before. That's what I would look like with blue eyes. Weird, right? Okay, that's really weird. I could pull off purple hair, right? So the next photo editing app I'm going to show you is called Nlight. Now, I actually downloaded this fairly recently, so I'm not a pro on it, but it has a ton of really, really, really cool features that I want to learn. So just because I'm not a pro on it yet, I'm going to show you guys the tutorials that they have on here. So these are some of the looks that you can achieve. You can literally take photos and kind of blend them with other photos to get a look like this, which I think is really, really cool. You can do things like this, which I think is also really, really cool. Just things that look super unique. So if you're looking for a unique, interesting feed, this is an app that makes it really easy to do really cool looking features, like making this background sketch. This personally is one of my favorites, the breakout mask. I tried really hard to do this well, but it was kind of hard. I'll show you guys the one that I did. This is the original photo, and then this is the one that I made. Granted, it's not amazing because I don't know how to do it yet, but I'm gonna figure it out. Whoa, you can have two different filters going on at once. That's really cool. That's really cool. Okay, the next app I'm gonna show you is called ColourPop. Now, this is just basically an app that'll let you have a picture in black and white, but add little pops of color. I know there are lots of apps that do this, but I have found this one to be the easiest. You just obviously have the photo in there, and then you take the parts you want colored, and if you need to adjust a little bit, you can. And it's literally that easy. And the last app that is my favorite is Lightroom on your phone. So Lightroom is an Adobe Suite program. It costs some money and it's a lot more for like professional use. You do need to have a membership and have paid for Lightroom. So if you have Lightroom, this will work. If you don't, you can't really utilize it to the best of its ability. But by the way, I pay like $10 a month for Photoshop and Lightroom on my computer and obviously on my phone. So I recommend it. I really like the things you can do to it. You can change a lot of the colors that you can't change on other apps. Like for example, this picture, this was the original, and then I kind of made it a little bit more teal, and that is something that you can't do on a lot of other apps. And again, I did the same thing with this photo. So it's just a little bit more advanced in that regard. Like I took this photo and went from that to that, that to that. So I suggest Lightroom. There are so many different effects you can actually do on here that I can't even go through all of them. But if you are familiar with Lightroom, I just wanted to let you guys know that they have an app and I highly recommend using it. All right, that is all for 7 iPhone apps that I think are the best for photo editing, especially for Instagram. And those are my top favorites. Let me know down below if you guys have any other suggestions for this type of video, and also what your guys' favorite editing apps are, because I'm always looking for new ones. I find photo editing and video editing so interesting and fun. So let me know if you guys have any other suggestions. And without further ado, you guys, I will see you in my next video. I love you. Thanks for watching. And give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.